Hey guys, I hope everyone is keeping well. It's been a little while since I've done a video. I guess with me on camera, it's probably been a little while. It's probably been about a month or so. A few like reasons like crazy, busy life, work, personal stuff, ups, downs, challenges, all that kind of shit that everyone deals with. I guess, but it's been a bit topsy turvy. So to be honest, I've sat down like a couple of times and just haven't. I don't know. It sounds really weird, but haven't been like motivated to kind of just go through and pick up sort of a few like ideas and things. And so in the end, I settled on something a bit different. So mixing up, doing some music stuff, overlaying some tunes, to hopefully some retro related stuff. Quite a few shorts, YouTube shorts, some RoboCop things. Just playing around. Nothing like majorly creative at all, but something a bit different. Um, but yeah, it's been a bit manic, but kind of woke up today feeling more up for it. So yeah, I wanted to do a vid, go through some pickups going back quite a while. To be honest, I think the last pickups I did was off the back of the Black Country fair, which was absolutely brilliant. So I said a few words about that. So if you haven't checked that video out and you want to see what I grabbed, please go and do that. But around that time, I picked up some things kind of separately. So I've got a real mix of stuff. Stuff's going to go flying, I think, all over the place. Just got it precariously balanced in various places. Hopefully in arm's reach, but we might have a bit of a giggle at the same time. But yeah, hope everyone is doing well. Where are we now? Kind of end of October, so the year's just like flown like a frigging lunatic, a runaway train again. So yeah, don't know where the year's gone. Don't know where the summer went, and yeah, it was pissing it down yesterday in the good old UK. A lot worse up north, so I shouldn't really moan about drizzle that we've had here because I had seriously like flooding up in the north of England and in other places as well. But yeah, today the sun is it's frigging cold, but for me, been a southern pansy, but it's sunny and it's quite decent. So yeah, supposed to be outside. I'm inside. Yeah, if we're going to pick up to a little periodic kind of rearrange, for my mental state. It's, every now and again, I just look around at stuff and think, oh, I kind of want to move a few things around. So there are some constants such as the 3DS stuff that still is where it is, and everything stacked above it is still in the same place. Next to it, the kind of mainly that stuff there is Game Boy, loose carts, a few box ones, but mainly like loose carts, Game Gear, a few like wires and jazz like that. And I think at the top, it's like controllers and bits like that. But I had a bit of a Game Boy overflow, so I got a couple more of those little baskets that you can see. They're quite handy. Just off Amazon, just about like a tenner or something, and got some loose cases, little cartridge protectors. So that was quite good. So I feel a bit more organised in that space. And then in the middle, the main, arguably kind of the main bookshelf. Yeah, if you trying to get more kind of toys and boxed consoles, up front, so you can see the Game Boy and the Game Gear. So I haven't seen anything new in there. It's just like rearranging a bit of Dungeons and Dragons, the old Avenger Dungeon Master set. It's pretty cool, and like Tintin car in the middle, but nothing. Yeah, just a bit of a rearrange, to be honest. And then this side, the friggin', so that's all obviously 3DS, a few DS games, mainly for my son, so I can come in and just grab them. But there, we double stacked at the bottom like DS stuff, and then some more, yeah, boxed where the Game Boy and the GBA box stuff is kind of overflowing. Now we've got like a friggin' Tower of Doom um, building up there. So that's now about to hit the Mandalorian, and then we'll see. We're making the most of every little bit of space that we have, and yeah, and then bloody Pokemon, McDonald's, the Happy Meals, collecting those cards. Actually, I don't know if I've got it in the might already be in the box, but yeah, off the back of Steve's the 9EG, I needed one fucking Pikachu, the elusive Pikachu. Um, it was the one I needed, and I was having a bit of banter with him, and I think he's got the full set of, I think it's about 15 cards in that McDonald Pokemon Happy Meal set, and it was he's like, yeah, I've got loads. So he pinged me one, but he didn't just send me that. As a few bits which we'll come on to in a second. Probably a bit not really necessarily kind of retro, albeit board games and stuff like that. I guess is it's kind of peaked and troughed over the years, and I know there's now more people on the indie scene coming back and getting trying to push more for board games, and there is there's certainly a need, and there's a love for it out there. There's some communities really just focused on that stuff. I've been helping out a mate on something, so it's called little treasure hunters, and it's predominantly for say like younger kids, albeit I think adults can have a bit of fun from it. But it is as it's per the name, it's like kind of treasure hunts, but with a bit of a different feel. So I've been helping him on the video side. So he's about to get pay out, I think, a serious amount to someone to like just do some very short films, little segments for him. But for shits and giggles and helping out a mate, I was like, look, I'll come and do that. So we did, probably like 2 half days doing stuff, and it was a good bit of fun. He bought like these kind of green screen things, and we did one as your Father Christmas, obviously for like Father Christmas treasure hunt, which will obviously be in a couple of months' time. But the first one, which a bit tight now because it's been on sale for a couple of months. We've kind of been building up, trying to work on the video part. But the Halloween one, the Forbidden Spell. So it's pretty good. He dressed up. I was behind the camera. He dressed up as bloody Merlin, the wizard, and it was fucking hilarious. We did some great little video shots. But within here, don't want to kind of surprise it because there's some bits. If anyone was to ever pick one of these up, there's some bits in here that you don't kind of spoil the game, but predominantly it's kind of little trinkets and things, and little mini door, mini portal that you kind of hide around your house, and the kids have to go and find the stuff. And it's the build up to Halloween, so it starts like 10 nights before. So night one, in fact, is tonight. But he's done really well. I mean, the little bits inside. You also get like personalised letters for your so I got one done for my son Finn, so it's obviously addressed to the bits in there, personalised and addressed to him. But it's pretty awesome. He's even done all health, and he's taken it seriously. I don't know. He's a bit like me, completely different line of work. He's had some time out from that, and he's like, I just want to do something different. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So this is the first one, and we did the Father Christmas one as well. We filmed that a couple of weeks ago. It's just hilarious. A real giggle. So I'll put a link below if anyone's like interested for kids or just wants to know a bit more about it. Then get stuck in. And then let's get on to kind of the main course of the video. So like pickups, no particular order. Loads of people have spoken about this one already. It's taken a while, I think, for my version to arrive. So like Astabros, as you can see, obviously for the Mega Drive, and I did. Again, as you can see, I got involved in the Kickstarter, and I think they've been produced out in France. I don't know if made out in France, but the project guys have been out there, and I've been thinking, I hope mine turns up soon. And then it's one of those things when you stop thinking about it, then all of a sudden, lo and behold, it does. But I think Pete on a Retro Tip's done a pretty in-depth review and playthrough of this. I haven't even had a chance to plug it in yet, but you get a nice manual. Let's have a look at the manual. Get all stickers behind the manual. Just pretty decent. And I think also perhaps because I was a backer, there's more stickers and postcards, all kinds of stuff. So what's the studio? Neofid studio. So looking forward to trying that one out. Other kind of Kickstarters and like indie stuff that I bought. Again, you can see I haven't had a chance to watch this one because it's in wrap. So here comes a new challenger. So it's all about kind of the documentary about Street Fighter basically. So it's meant, yeah, I think it's meant to be all right. Can't remember how much I forked out for it. It wasn't a massive amount. I guess it's fairly straightforward for people to print covers and yeah, make the discs. I'm assuming most of the money's obviously gone into the the production of the documentary itself. But love all things Street Fighter, so yeah, looking forward to checking that one out. Another kind of DVD, but in a big box even. My teeth in. So first person shooter, and this is kind of epic. I did go like a bit special edition on this one, so lots of stuff's already come out of the box. But I think if you buy the standard edition, still pretty sweet. And then within it, it's like a box within a box, isn't it? Let's open up. So yeah, nice Blu-ray. So I did question excuse me, how many they made. So this is number 394. I think the special editions, I think they said like early thousands. I'm assuming that means what, between 1 and 5,000, and low thousands, or whatever. But this is good, and they did have like a viewing party. Like they did a bit of a live discussion stream, and played it, and it's chunky in terms of duration. It's 4.5 hours. I think it's about 5 hours, about 4.5 hours. But if you're into this kind of stuff, obviously you don't have to watch it in one sitting. I went through the whole thing. If you're into it, it is amazing. They've got some great people. It starts, back in kind of the origins of kind of FPS stuff, like in the 70s. I think the chunk of it, the vast majority of that 4.5 hours, has to be like the 90s. 90s stuff. So it's got the id guys, the two John Romero, John Carmack or Cormac, let's get that wrong, but talking about obviously Doom and Wolfenstein, and it's got some fairly good reviews. Some people a bit critical of the length of it all, but it's like I say, you just chunk it up. You're not like forced to watch it in one bloody go. And to be honest, I feel like I'm getting more value for money. Yeah, it's good. The interviews are great. The production is like spot on. It's very, very well, really well done. Must have taken them a long time to do. But yeah, I did chucked in a bit. I think I ended up about 65 quid. I think so. You get the big box, you get that, you get kind of like posters and stickers, mouse mats, t-shirts, more posters, all kinds of like crazy shindigs. I mean, to be honest, I probably could have just got the standard one, but I was feeling a bit of a frivolous mood. Am I going to wear the t-shirt? Probably not. Am I going to adorn these walls with those posters? It's not enough space, even if I wanted to. So no, it's good. And there's a digital. I don't know how much the digital version is, but if you wanted to, check out the digital one, and presumably over time, maybe more from a digital perspective, I'm sure the price will come down further on whatever it is. But it is worth watching. I did enjoyed it, and one of those I'll be rewatching. I'm sure, certain of that. And then on to it's been a bit of a Nintendo versus Sega week, which is pretty cool. So Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and then Sonic Superstars. I was arming and ahhing on this one, what kind of format to get it in. I was going to get for the PlayStation. In the end, I've just gone for the Switch. Obviously, it's a traditional. Well, both are kind of very traditional, back to the roots 2D platformers. So I thought the Switch would be good for both of them. Went to EGX a couple of weeks back, and that was pretty frigging cool. Both these games, a little bit of a queue, but not too bad. But they were on demo, and you probably had a good, 20 minutes. I did that once. I did the Mario one, and by the time I'd done that, and was with Steve Cooper's World, top guy. But by the time I'd done that, looked at other stuff. The queue for Sonic was just like massive, and I do love a bit of Sonic. I was just like, I'll wait that one out. So I only played the EGX. Haven't played that since getting it back. I think I plugged it in and grabbed those gold points, whatever you get from Nintendo. But yeah, the time I spent in it at EGX was it's pretty trippy, pretty colourful affair, but some nice kind of power ups, a bit different. You kind of collect and gather power ups, which you can then deploy. Choose ahead of a level. You can kind of assign it to your character. But yeah, it's probably more the same, the old school Mario Brothers, but just done in a in a more, I don't know, kind of vibrant, kind of polished fashion with some far more complex, like levels. You can kind of go crawl underground. You can like attach yourself to walls, crawl on the ceilings. There's a lot more hidden stuff in there, I'm sure, if you kind of search around. And the maps, the level screens look bloody beautiful. They do look really, really decent. So it's a bit random thing to say, but yeah, just kind of joins the game up. You kind of choose your levels, and you kind of walk around. It does look really nice. It's almost like the only 3D element to it, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty good. Sonic, about an hour on that. A couple of nights back. Just was going to go to bed. Probably not the best time to get stuck into it. But I got about three levels in. I don't know if it was a bit of a mid boss or something, but got the Robotnik or the Eggman, and it looks pretty good. I got this one. I think it was Crumbs. Where was it? I think it was just Amazon, but did have some like codes in there, which allow you to get shells for your characters. And I don't know if it was included within that or if it was just part of the game, but you can change your Sonic sprite to be a bit more like the original as opposed to the modern game. But it plays really well. It's it's a fast style game. It's not one of those where you can just go left to right and just sure you can speed run it, but you need to know the level layout quite well. You can't just do right and jump. There's a few bits to keep you on your toes. I'm again, I haven't played too much of it, but it doesn't come across like it's not too challenging in the certainly in the early stages. But yeah, looking forward to playing a bit more of that. Super Mario Brothers, one that I got from Nintendo. I kind of pulled my Amazon order because it was just stickers basically, and got some pins. I think it was meant to be a bit of a stress doll or like a bit of a plushy thing that came with it as well, but they binned that off like a week before. I got an email saying, look, that's not going to happen. So I think I got like a five probably still need to redeem like Switch Online, Switch Store, whatever the hell it's called, credit. So to be honest, the plushy thing we just would have sat on a shelf somewhere. So maybe the $5 will come into better use. But yeah, you still feel a bit like, hopefully always forget the name of is it MPK, whatever that cool guy is that does the custom manuals. Hopefully he'll sort this one out, because it just feels fucking naked just looking at that. Whereas on the Sega one, you got a better reversible cover. It's going to say you've got a manual. You haven't. It's just like, that's a manual. It's not just it's just a warranty. Things that both failed. In respect of having manuals, but the games themselves are pretty epic. What other stuff have we got? What should we go for next? Been veering a little bit away from eBay. Just finding eBay at the moment. You can still find the odd deal, but it's just stuff on there is either overpriced or you get dicked around by some sellers, and had some, I don't know, some ropey experiences, and I can't remember what triggered it. I started looking at Vinted, one of the other ones. I'm getting quite into it. The prices seem to be there's less stuff on there, probably because it hasn't been around as long as eBay, but you can find some decent deals. I'd recommend it to you guys. I don't want too many people scouring it in case you nab all the deals that I'm after. But no, in all seriousness, there's some good stuff on there. And if you follow a seller and they've got multiple items, you can build up bundles, and some of them have like built-in discounts depending on how many items. So you might say you get 2, you might get like 15% off, but the offer thing you can do. So I've just been doing like cheeky offers, or a bit like eBay. If you watch something and then the price gets dropped, you hear about it getting more of those offers on here, and which is great. So yeah, no particular order. So this one was on like the Switch Online. They've now done a physical version of it, but like Tetris 99. But it's it's kind of like an offline mode as well. I think you're just playing like bots, a bit of AI on the other 98 players if you wanted to. But I think it's about a tenner, and the guy was like, "Oh, £9," and I'm just like, do you know what? Yeah, I mean, do love Tetris. I'm sure I'd give that a lot of play. So I thought that was good. Separate seller on Vinted. Um, I think the second game on its own is worth more than what I paid for both. So for both of these, I paid, I think with a bit of postage and packaging, it comes about 34, 35 quid. So the first one's a DS game, as you can see, like Lunar Nights, all complete. The guide even put in a bit of bubble wrap. I've never seen anyone do that on a DS game, but that was a good touch. But really well looked after, crisp like manual. But yeah, this is a bit of a successor to the Boktai games for the Game Boy Advance. So they're the ones that have the what you call it, like an accessory on the cart, which bit solar, I guess. And if you were to play outside, and you get some sun on it, then it just increase, you recharge your weapons. Basically, so obviously, I mean, this one is just a DS cart. There's none of that jazz, but essentially, it's a similar game. I try and a bit of that. So yeah, a bit of a kind of an action RPG, I guess is the simplest way to do it. But yeah, lovely manual, which is pretty awesome. So there was that, and then right result, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So I don't think I've even got this. I think I've got I had a loose cart of it, so it's all combined. Get it out, put it in a protective case. But yeah, so it's a right result. So it's a bit like, I kind of graphically, sounds a bit weird, but slightly graphically inferior version of the SNES one. It's a lot more zoomed in on Arthur. His name is, it's Arthur, isn't it? To, I guess, take into effect. I mean, the handheld kind of screen size. Seems a lot more up front on him. Some new levels on there. A bit of a reimagining. There's certain bits and scenes that appear, but it doesn't seem exactly the same as the SNES one. Seems a bit different, and I'm sure there's extra levels versus what's on the SNES one. But yeah, well, those two. I just like, I need to get into this Vinted thing. Something else I got from Vinted, and I think it's got this guy down to, is it like 40 quid, and it's in bloody lovely condition. But yeah, Super Mario Brothers. Get some glare on that, but like Game and Watch. But I just love it. The colours, it's awesome. I don't know why, but half the time these battery colours go missing, or they're like a new 3D printed one or whatever. But this, as you can see, it's the original. I've had it sitting in the shelf in watch mode, but really good. Just absolutely love it, and that's, to be honest, that's got me back into Game and Watch. So this one I had growing up. I've no idea what happened to it. It doesn't feel like this kind of thing my mum and dad would have sold or kind of moved on. But yeah, dual screen or multi screen Gold Cliff, which I got. I can't remember. We go with a bit of a holiday trip or something. A rare trip with me and my dad. I think we were like Sweden or something. And we were in the airport, and there was one of them. Just, oh my god! And the lucky bugger, he got me one, but I had no idea what happened to it. But yeah, and I've got really vague memories as to the actual game itself. I've got some like the watch batteries that in fact turning up today, like imminently, in the next kind of couple of hours. So look forward to playing that. But yeah, it's in fairly good condition. I don't think the plastic, I don't know if the whole thing's just as it does, it's kind of aged a little bit because it's a slightly different colour to the sticker on the front. I can't for the life of me remember. I thought it was all one the same, but maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Like I say, maybe just plastic age. on it, but it doesn't stop there. Bloomin' Jace from retrogames.co.uk, he did an episode where he was going through handheld related stuff, and from Club Nintendo, there was a release of, I think it was the first Game and Watch that ever came out. Being careful because I think it's only been open it's only been open once. But yeah, Ball, they did just a recut of it. Look at that, it's just awesome. Oh, black and the red. I'm pretty sure it's on the the more recent Game and Watch of Super Mario Brothers that they did as this one of like the alternate games. But I just thought that is pretty sweet, particularly with the Club Nintendo jargon on it. And then this one, again from him, and I'm waiting for getting these big bad boy batteries again to turn up to. I think they're like C's or D's battery, like the big like missile ones. But yeah, same as Caveman, which I do remember. That I think I got this handed down. I don't know where it went, but from one of my stepbrothers. They had it, and then I had it for a little bit. But you literally, your little caveman, to go to the dinosaur, and when the dinosaur looks away, you've got to kind of steal his egg, and then you run back and you can collect so many eggs, and you get onto the next level, and it gets harder. The dinosaur's a bit more erratic, and you can I think you pick up like a catapult, so you can ping him, stun him, which gives you a split second to get the eggs with a cool theme tune. So I'll probably do a little short, something a bit cheesy and shitty on that once I get those expensive batteries. So yeah, that's that. There was a charity on completely different on Echo Base, one of the Star Wars kind of Facebook sites. They always do things for various like charities. So I chucked in, got a couple of numbers, and got a couple of wins off the back of it. I think one of the items might be downstairs, was like an Airfix thing, but not one where no glue is needed, thank God. So it's just more you put the pieces together, like kind of snap in place basically. But then on the other win was some die-cast cars. I can't believe it sounds really lazy. I just can't be asked to get them out of the bags. But you've got the Aston Martin DB James Bond. Again, more James Bond. Was it the Lotus Esprit that goes into transforms into the sub, which is cool. Don't think this is from GoldenEye. I think it's just a tank. I think it necessarily, I might be wrong. I didn't think it was James Bond related. Maybe it is from the GoldenEye when he takes it over. It's Back to the Future. So yeah, one for Clint. It's pretty awesome. Little cheeky DeLorean. So that was that. What are we going to go on to next? A couple of awesome gifts from the fantastic James. So Retro Import Gamer. So really happy with these. So let's go through them. This one, I do need to play it still. It's like a bit of a puzzler. Is it Funnyfield? Looks like a bit of a puzzle game. Obviously Game Boy title from SNK. So yeah, with all the gummins, a bit like fragile on some of those flaps. So I might fragile flap, might leave them how they are, but it's all nicely complete. It's got the plastic tray and the rest of it. And then a DS game. I'm loving the DS at the moment. So chuff with that. So this is Starfy. So I believe this is. I don't know if it's the first one that came on the DS, or I think it did come out as well. I don't know if it's PAL US, but there's a Western version of this one. So it's like the fourth or fifth, I think, in the series. The others were exclusive to Japan, and I think they were all. I don't know if the first one was Game Boy Color. In my mind, I think they were all like Game Boy Advance. But it's a platformer. But that said, a lot of it is probably because the starfish is under the water, so it's kind of like swimming around, but it's not the. I just get frustrated with a lot of the sort of Mario swimming and like Super Mario Land swimming affairs and stuff like that. But it's not quite as challenging, or certainly not as frustrating as that. It feels pretty cool. It's all a bit fluffy, cutesy graphic style. and yeah, I think I'm chasing down three space pirates at the moment. So it's all a bit random, but it does make the most of the touch screen. So the bottom screen, which obviously is the touch screen, you've got like little hints and clues and things about the level, and you can use your items you access through that, and you can tap it or use a stylus, whatever you want to do. But when you go into the bosses, one of the early ones, like octopus or squid thing, and it's chasing you. And be careful how I pronounce this one. You see the tentacles like coming up from the bottom screen to the top screen that you're on. So it's pretty, yeah. It does a lot of the time. The DS games can be a bit gimmicky, but this one is really nice. Yeah, plays really well. So yeah, thank you, James. Loving them. And then stuff from Steve. So 9EG. He said, I've got some bits to ping you. So this was. Maybe I'll put it in the box, trying to find the. No, I think it is that one. So this is the elusive bloody Pikachu for the McDonald's one. But he sent me, yeah, he's massively into. Seems to have all the Pikachu's. A bit of a Japanese one, but he sent me like a ton of them. He's massive. He knows how to play it properly. I'm a bit of a doofus on the McDonald's one. There's almost like a Top Trumps explanation to it, which is more my scene. But yeah, ping me that. A rubber, but not in the typical 9EG rubber sense. Could have been a different kind of rubber. Knows the fins into his PS1, so Independence Day. Need for Speed Underground on the PS3. Don't have PS3 at the moment, but yeah, I'm sure I'll some stage be getting one back into the collection. And then yeah, these, which are basically sleeves for Hue cards for your PC Engine, which is really cool because there's got quite a few where they're just sitting in the cases, but not protected. So loving those, and a couple of his books as well. So I might do. Yeah, I'm going to just hit 900 subs, which is frigging awesome and unbelievable. So I'll do a bit of a giveaway, and I think within that I'll do a few things, but maybe I'll chuck one of those in if anyone's interested. And then the final thing, which is all or things I should say, was part of a Vinted bundle, just to really, I could show the value of blooming Vinted. So all of this was like 20 quid. The game which I showed first, sometimes you can get under 20, but predominantly it's a little bit more. But yeah, one of my fave games, Gargoyle's Quest, but it's in really good nick, better than the loose. I've got this box, I've got a loose version that I play on a fair bit, but I'm going to swap it over probably this and then move on the other one because it's in nice nick. Not necessarily why I got the bundle, but it was all kind of within there. It's a Cat Chaos, a bit of a card game with a bit of TV themes or celebrity edition. The Terminator, David Meowie, Luke Skywalker. So yeah, not entirely sure how much that will be getting played. Probably one that's more for Finn, like Ziggity, Cranium, the card game. This, which I thought was friggin' awesome, ET card game, but from whenever it came out, was it 1982? And let's open this. So I thought this was a nice, do like my ET. That straight away with the phone home. Got the old speak and spell. Hold them upside down. Just like, yeah. They need a bit of an ordering. They're all in a completely different order. But yeah, I thought that was a good touch. Fighting fantasy, but not fighting fantasy. That makes sense. Bit of a page number, one of those adventure missions, turn to page, whatever. If you want to pull out your longsword and attack the fair maiden. So yeah, that was in there. So I thought, game on. And yeah, Tazos. You remember these Tazos, but the Star Wars one. You used to get the Tazos in your crisps. And then obviously this was the kind of the book that you pop them in. But this is like, it's all complete. Every fucking Tazo that there is for this kind of Star Wars set. As you can see, yeah, make up the image, including the elusive special trilogy. Now that's a bastard to get to. That bad boy there. So yeah, loving that. And then a bit of reading material. I think some of these are fairly new, I think, but part of the deal. So 3 retro gamers, a bit about Atari and Pong, Computer Space, and a festive edition, which includes, saying on, says it's Super Star Wars. No, it's not. It's Cover Tape Wars. So I know there's making a Super Star Wars down there. I thought that was something Super Star Wars related. So yeah, chuffed with that. Well, that is it, guys. Sorry, I've been like rambling. I think it's probably gone on for a good half an hour or so. So cheers for tolerating. Cheers for your support. I was saying, well chuffed to be getting hitting that 900 milestone, which is just like, yeah, blows my mind. So I will get organised. We do like a getaway, rob a bank, no, giveaway even. So I'll be doing that. And yeah, now I'm probably going to spend a good hour putting all this stuff away because I've created even more chaos in front of me. Anyway, big love, big retro love, and I'll chat with you all very soon. Cheers.